Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I just thought today that I'd move off the tropical fruits and exotic fruits for one video and have a quick look at my Buddleia or butterfly bush, which obviously have in the garden to attract bees and butterflies. Now these are a plant that you would normally prune in in winter. Mid to late winter's fine, even in early spring if you want to. And basically you've got two options with butterfly bushes. You can either grow them like me. Now I've got a very restricted raised border here with very little room, a lot of plants crammed into it. So my preferred option is to cut the plant back to about a foot to 18 inches every year, and then that encourages a few single stems to come up, which tend to have larger flowers on them. Now the advantage of that means I can grow it within this steel frame. You see I've got this wrought iron frame here, which keeps the plant restricted in how much space it takes up. But your other option with Buddleias, if I can show you, I think I can show you the neighbour's one. Unfortunately it's lovely to have the sun, but it's facing the wrong way. If you have a large garden with a large border, that's actually a butterfly bush in my neighbour's garden as well, and they make very large architectural plants. Now the downside of letting them grow to that size, I'll come back again, the downside of letting them grow that big is you tend to get a lot more flowers, and the flowers start earlier in the season, but the flowers are much smaller, but they make a very good looking plant. But even then, if you're growing a large one as an architectural feature plant, I'd probably be tempted to cut it back hard about every 4 or 5 years as it rejuvenates the plant. So what I thought I'd do is just quickly prune this one back on camera for anyone who isn't the least bit interested, and I find it encourages strong new shoots each year with decent sized flowers on. So I'll stop the camera and switch it around for you. Now you won't be able to hear me very well here because I'm not so close to the camera now, the speaker, as I was before. But as you can see, I've got a serious space problem here. So basically I've got two types of pruners. I've got the standard size pruners, and if I want to cut the thicker stems lower down, you need these loppers. So I'm just going to take it back to about a foot, or perhaps 18 inches. Now if you were just going to trim a large one, all you'd basically do is probably take about 6 inches like that off your main branches, just to get rid of any dead tips, and that will encourage the plant to flower. But in the case of mine, I'm planning to take it right back to, as I said, about 18 inches. Try and cut it above an obvious growing point if you've got one. You can see how much I'm taking off. This grew about 4 to 5 feet last year in the course of the season, so they do grow quite vigorously, and hence if you've got them in a small garden you might want to keep them under check. I'm also removing any small spindly ones down the bottom. Yeah, need the loppers for the large ones. Job done. Nice 5-minute job, 2-minute job in fact. Get these all out and put them in the compost recycling. And that makes access to the rest of the border at the back here for maintenance a little bit easier. done. So that's the Buddleia pruned. So I will come out and pause the camera and have a little bit of a clear up. Flip the camera around again so you can see the finished job. As I said, I've taken that down to about 18 inches, and now that will flower later than if you left the plants, because it'll take a little while for the branches to get going, but it does mean you get nice strong branches and larger flower heads than if you let it grow as a straggly bush. So thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it as usual if you give me a thumbs up, share the video with anyone who might be interested. Please subscribe to my channel, which is mostly fruit orientated, and obviously if you click the bell you'll get updates on new videos as they come out. I'll catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.